put up tonight. He has taken a beating through 2 rounds against the slugger from Catskill, New York. Trained and honed by the late great Customato, now trained by Kevin Rooney. Tyson made his network debut in February on ABC. He took on rated contender Jesse Ferguson. Ferguson was more or less unwilling to fight that night and did a lot of clinching and holding. And finally, in the 6th round, the referee called him a TKO loser when he refused to break from a clinch for about the 5th or 6th time during the night. A packed crowd up at Rensselaer's Fieldhouse in Troy, New York witnessed that fight. Zouski bounces a right hand off the head of Mike Tyson, who's not exactly thinking defense in there now. Some more awesome shots from Tyson. Tyson, one of the most magnificent infighters I've seen in years. Probably the best heavyweight on the inside was Smoking Joe Frazier. Tyson may be every bit as good, and possibly more so because his right hand, I believe, is better than Joe Frazier's. Frazier, like Tyson, a converted southpaw. But as I said earlier, unlike many converted southpaws, Jerry Cooney included, many of those converted southpaws do not have any power in the right hand. Tyson is not one of them. Tyson just committed to body work, really not looking for the head at all, looking to take this man out by chopping down the tree, working that refrigerator. Solid right hand to the body by Mike Tyson, who looks to be just getting some real heavy live sparring in there. That's Zouski in big trouble against the rope, but Tyson lays back because Tyson is an outstanding finisher. I think he's just trying different things in there tonight. The one thing I don't like about that, if you're working on certain things, you risk getting head-butted or maybe taking a thumb in the eye, except not tonight, because the thumb is glove. There's a solid right uppercut, and I don't know what's keeping Steve Zouski on his feet. He said he was most proud of the fact that he's never been off his feet before, and now he switches for a moment to the southpaw stance and tries to rock 2 right hooks off Tyson's head. With about 20 seconds to go, and there is a solid shot. If Zouski stayed up after that one, I don't know. Doesn't look like he'll beat the count. The count is 8, 9, 10, and this one's over. Arthur McKenney says you did not beat the count, and indeed he did not. A 3rd round knockout, not TKO, but 3rd round knockout for Mike Tyson, who ups his record to 19-0 with 19 knockouts, more than a sparring session tonight, but not much more. As Steve Zouski just tried, and Tyson knew it, respected him, and tried not to hurt him, and finally took him out of there. It was more of an accumulation of punches, but then that final blow put him down. He started to get to his feet at 8, and as he climbed to his feet, it was already the count of 10 from referee Arthur McKenney, and that gave Mike Tyson victory number 19. And managers Bill Caton and Jimmy Jacobs say they'll be fighting this young man once every other week for the next year, building his record to somewhere around 40-0, and then when he's 20 years old, send him up against one of the heavyweight champions, looking to make Mike Tyson the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Floyd Patterson did it when he was 21 years old, and Caton and Jacobs feel Tyson can do it before that time. And indeed, the way he's been looking so far in his career, who's to say anybody can stop him? So just another night's work for Mike Tyson. Mike. As he punished Steve Zouski for 3 rounds. And here's the official announcement. Well, it was late in the third round. Mike Tyson unleashed a flurry of blows, and that was it for Steve Zouski. Out in the third round, Tyson now 19-0 with 19 knockouts.
Hey, Mike, there they go, boys. Got another fight going. Let's go. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Right here, Mike. You look here, Mike.
Let's do it like this.
You're out of the shot. Right?
Oh.
Mike.
Oh yeah.
Mike. Okay.
Oh yeah. I want south.
It's getting to be a habit. Mike Tyson now 19-0, 19 knockouts. What did you say about your opponent tonight? He was game.
Well, he was a game opponent, and I have to give him a lot of credit for staying in and taking some good punches. And for myself, I rate myself. I didn't like my performance. I have a lot of personal problems that I'm just getting over. But I'm gonna do all to the best ability to be ready for the 29th with James Tillis.
James Tillis is a very quick starter. That's why they call him quick. He's got fast hands, maybe the fastest hands in the heavyweight division. He has dropped Carl Williams in the first round. He's given Tyrell Biggs some trouble in the first round. What do you expect from Quick?
Well, I expect a good fight, but as always, I expect to be victorious at the end of the fight.
It must have felt good to have a man in front of you tonight who was willing to fight with you, not like Jesse Ferguson and Mike Jamison, who just wanted to hold on to you and wrestle.
Well, with an opponent like that, you're right, it's to my advantage, because I could always afford, even though it's not necessary, I could always afford to lose some rounds, but I always have the confidence to know that I'm going to catch up with him, because he's always there and he's not stationary enough.
Kevin Rooney, rate his performance tonight.
C.
How about you rate your performance?
I'm always giving myself a 0. I'm never impressed.
Have you given yourself an A yet?
Never. Perhaps never will.
Probably never will. That's perfection. That's what we're striving for.
You're going to be fighting every other week. There's a lot of people who say that's good, that's bad. I'm one who thinks it's absolutely fantastic. What is your opinion of going as much as you can?
Well, I have a hectic schedule. I can't, and I don't think I should have. That's the point of being famous. You have to give up a lot of things and sacrifice, and I can't live like a 19-year-old,
He indeed is only 19 years old, and he's 19-0 with 19 knockouts. Mike Tyson on his way to the heavyweight championship of the world.